Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Corlys Velaryon, the king consort of the Eight Kingdoms, the master of the Stepstones, and the Lord of Tyrosh, known as the Seaspray himself. You've heard it before. And here we see the grand city of Tyrosh, the one that Corlys had conquered and brought within the banner of the Seven Kingdoms. Well, things may seem peaceful here, but peace never lasts long, does it? Especially not in this playthrough. And as you can see, there is not peace in the Iron Throne. Indeed, after his victory over Lord Hugh the Darkstag of House Baratheon, Lord Barristan fell, the Mad Moon, a man whose faith in the Seven cannot be questioned, and who is the leader of the Warring Star sect of that very faith. He has teamed up with the Lord of the Vale, Lord Yorbert here, whom, as you can see, is now claiming to be the king of all the Andals and all of those who follow the faith of the Seven. So as you can see, the two of them have teamed up to wage a war against good Queen Rhaenys, the Black Queen of House Targaryen. Now, the reason why it is Lord Yorbert here who is taking the claim, and it's pretty simple. I mean, Barristan, the Mad Moon, is, he might be a madman, some might say, but he's not a foolish man, and he understands that he is not the type of man that can sit on the throne and that people will follow in that sense, and perhaps he doesn't even care to. Whereas the Honorable Lord Yorbert of the Vale, a devout follower of the Warring Star sect, and a man who, is certainly very zealous himself and is from the Honorable House Arryn, and he is certainly a better prospect for leading the faith of the Seven into this time. And of course, his dear uncle here, is the head of the faith and who resides here in the Vale as well. So that all adds together to make Lord Yorbert here the favored claimant for the throne that the Warring Star is going to try to put on the throne. Also, I know I do call it House Arryn instead of House Aaron, and that's because I read the books first, and well, you have to make up your own pronunciations for these things. And frankly, I think House Arryn sounds better and honestly fits the way that it's spelt a lot better as well. So, will I change? Probably not. In any case, let's take a look at the situation of this war. As you can see, most of the realm is still backing Queen Rhaenys here, but there's a few notable exceptions. The Riverlands have pulled their support here. They are remaining neutral, along with the Westerlands as well. And then, of course, the North and the Iron Islands. You will notice that during all of this, Lord Carl, who has become the Lord of the Iron Islands, probably through his political machinations and just sheer force of will here, not to mention the Greyjoy name, he has essentially raised up the Greyjoy fleet once more and is attacking Lord Paramount Aaron of the Riverlands. So he's taking this opportunity to do a little bit of raiding and stuff here while there's instability. And of course, Lord Cedric here is just essentially remaining neutral because he doesn't really have any lost love with Queen Rhaenys and the throne. So as for the North, well, the North is leading their own war against Rhaenys as well. And that is a war of revenge. Now, you might be wondering why the Karstarks are leading a war of revenge. Well, you'll remember that Lady Scylla here was put on the throne by House Manderly, a house that is obviously, strongly supporting House Stark. And they ousted the previous Karstark ruler and have put Lady Scylla onto the throne or in the seat of power here in the North. And as you can see, her grandfather is actually Lord Eddard Stark. Ned Stark is her grandfather. And so there there aren't any Stark claimants to the throne other than two, middle-aged Stark women who both have, children that are from different dynasties. All the rest of the Stark males are either dead or they are members of the Night's Watch. You can see we've got 8 living members here, and I believe all of the living males, indeed, they are. Yeah, all of the living males are in the Night's Watch. So that's the state of House Stark. Could a Stark abandon the Night's Watch to go and take the throne? Potentially, but Lady Scylla the Grim does, she does descend from Eddard Stark himself. So I think the Karstarks are holding on to power here in the north. They've got Manderly backing them, of course, or at least Lady Scylla does specifically. And so she's actually leading this war of revenge. In that war of revenge, I believe is one. It's a war of revenge for the death of King Robb, who was executed, you'll remember, by Lord Masterly after the war in which Daenerys Targaryen was put on the throne. So it all ties together, even the stories from our previous character's lifetime, from Lord Monford, playing together here. So, and you're about to notice one other thing that is going to cause some instability in the realm here. Not that. It's a good thing we have a maester because, well, as you can see down here, there is a great plague. The great spring sickness has come to the realm again. Now, I have no idea what this is going to be like. I have never had an apocalyptic level plague in a game before. And I assume that it's going to be quite crazy. But yeah, obviously the previous Reaper's Will that was up here in King's Landing is, was a precursor to something more terrible coming. And it kind of makes sense. It starts in Old Town, which you'll notice that Queen Rhaenys is actually just coming back from Old Town. So she brought, there was the Reaper's Will was going around here in King's Landing. And then the Queen takes an entourage all the way down to go and visit Old Town. I think she was going to doing a university thing, actually. But the Queen's entourage comes in Old Town, and then the Reaper's Will, starts spreading in here and becomes the true spring sickness. So this is going to affect the war as well, I am sure. It's going to be crazy. Now, obviously, you guys know that the Dragon update for the Game of Thrones mod is coming out in the very near future. I'm sure you guys have heard of this. There are going to be dragons, and it is going to be awesome. And so we're just kind of preparing ourselves for that and trying to bring this epic story of, Monford Velaryon and King Corlys here to an suitably epic close. The question is, will the Targaryens hold the throne after this? Will Corlys retain his position? Will the Faith of the Seven, will the Warring Star sect be able to overcome them? Who knows? But we are going to find out. So let's get time rolling here and just see what happens. I mean, we're going to have to obviously raise up our army to go and assist our wife. So that's what we're going to do. The armies here are all raising up. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I have ensured that although they are outnumbered, the Vale and the Stormlands here, I gave them some extra troops. As you'll remember, the Vale has basically stayed out of every war that has been fought in the Seven Kingdoms over the last 60 years. So I gave them a bunch of extra troops to symbolize the fact that this Vale has probably been a very peaceful place to live for a long time. And then I gave the Stormlands, I gave Barristan Fell an extra amount of troops as well to symbolize the Warring Star soldiers that are coming to like go and join him. And already, holy crap, that oh man, this spreads faster than I thought. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. In any case, we got to go help our wife. So, do we send Kyle Celtigar out? No, we probably got to go lead this army ourselves, right? So I guess we'll go and land in King's Landing. Or do we go and join some troops down here in the Stormlands? That's a good question. Oh, already House Fell is engaging in battle with some of the Loyalist forces here. Of course, we do have the forces of the Reach are heading up, but oh man, look at this. It spreads fast. I mean, I know we're like days are passing, but it's starting to spread like crazy. This is going to be really interesting here. I think that this is going to make for, oh, here it is. Great spring sickness. Pestilence stalks the land, grisly, bubbling bubos grow upon the victims, whose pitiful calls for help are slowly stifled as they gutter and drown in their own pus-filled throats. Ugh. From the lowliest urchin to the richest lords, all dread the indiscriminate scythe of the merciless plague. Those that survive must watch helplessly as all around them perish. The devoted look to the divine for a savior, and the powerful their riches, but none can truly be saved. Dreadful tendrils spread across the land, constricting it until it no longer breathes. The great spring sickness is upon us. The seven who are one, save us all. Okay. Oh man, look at already all along the Manderley here. It's already spreading like crazy. The Reach is going to be heavily affected by this. And it's going along the coast. Makes sense. I mean, we got to isolate, right? Surely we can isolate our capital here and like try to keep Tyrosh, you know, prevented from any sickness anyways. What can our what can our maester do here? Find charity? No, I think you've got to control plagues, right? Like that's the only thing we can do right now. Yeah, that's what we're gonna hope for here anyways. Okay, our armies have landed or are landing. Where do we go from here? Are we gonna try to head north to try to engage the Vale forces, or do we? They've got a pretty big army coming down here, so I think we let the Reach, Dorne, and the Crownlands armies go and deal with this. I think we got to go and provide some backup to the armies in the north here. I know it's the riskier option, but it's also the more fun option anyway. So, okay. It's going to be a battle here, it looks like. Let's see, wealth focus. Yeah, I mean, we got to go. Got to continue down that path anyways. Wow, this thing spreads like crazy. Man, that's faster than I thought, but has it killed anyone? Only 13 deaths, but I feel like that's going to really start to rocket up like in the very, very near future here. Oh, all these armies are coming down too. There are some loyalists up here. We've got the army of Harrenhal over here. I'm not super confident in taking on the Vale forces though with what we've got. All right, I think we'll head down to, I guess we go and try to deal with the Lord Fell first. That's probably makes sense. Looks like our allies are engaging in a good battle there with him. Oh, we have had a son with our wife. Wow, finally not a miscarriage. What do we name him? Ares? No, that's a ill omen name. I feel like Jaehaerys. I mean, that's just like such a well-respected name in the Targaryen family. I think that Jaehaerys is a pretty good option there. Ooh, holy crap. What? That's insane. Oh, okay. So apparently apocalyptic plagues spread really fast. Well, I mean, It's not the first time the spring sickness has hit the realm, right? All right, we got to go and assist with the battles here. If we can try to go and deal with, actually, we're not too far off here from fighting. Nah, if they bring in their allies, that's going to be trouble for us. All right, you know what? Corlys is gonna engage in some battle here. Looks like we're gonna get ourselves caught, but let's see. Can we pull back? I always do this. I never stick with the group, and then we always get caught out, which never works out well for me. But you know what? Corlys isn't a commander. Spoils of war acquired. How did we get spoils of war? Oh, look at this. John Corn was captured. Well, I'm actually not too sad about that. Let's look at the details of this battle. I mean, Corlys is not a good commander of war. I mean, he's competent, but he's only just good at fighting. Really, we should have put Kyle Celtigar in charge, and he probably would have played it smartly and quickly met up with the rest of the armies. But Corlys decided to try to be bold and engage with the previously defeated forces here, and got his butt handed to him. But in any case, I'm not sad about Lord John the Smelly Corn getting attacked there, because, yeah. Ooh, I wonder what this is going to do to the armies, though, right? Like, holy moly. Wow, that's crazy. I have never seen that. Looks like it hasn't gotten onto Tyrosh yet, though, right? Let's see. Oh, it has, but maybe the infection's just not, maybe it's not so bad in Tyrosh. 151 dead so far? Okay, that's not that much. All right, Corlys. Kyle Celtigar's like, my lord, you should let me command the troops, and Corlys is reluctantly agrees after what happened there. He tried to go and win some glory, but you know what? Glory is a young man's game, and Corlys is 40 years old, so. Okay. Tiana, our spy master, looking for secrets. Very well. Sir Manfred. Okay, son, if you're gonna wear a helmet, you should probably wear some armor as well. But there we go. We'll fix that. Our two sons are with us in the army. I'm sure they'll be okay. Do we go right for their capital here? I mean, our armies are close enough that we can probably risk going for the capital. Who is this? My stepfather Niesos? Marjorie, why did you... I thought we fixed this situation here. But clearly we did not. In any case, what even is this? Oh, he wants to found something? What is he gonna make? Something wondrous? Our mother is probably just pestering us to do this. We can't afford that though, mother. Go, you're old. Like, if you want to just marry some like young stud mother, like go ahead, but don't come and ask us for money. Eesh, that is not good. Holy crap. This is insane. I have never seen this before. Wild. Holy moly. Okay, I mean, oh, it's gonna be interesting to see what the realm looks like. Oh wow. I retreat to my chambers one evening, exhausted and weary from yet another day of tedium and monotony. As I lay on the edge of sleep, I am suddenly stirred awake by the shrill screeching of metal on stone. I shoot awake and see a shadowy figure at the edge of my bed. His I can see clearly. I cannot move. I can only stare as he steps towards me, dagger in hand. Then, suddenly, I wake once more. He has marked me with his visit. I fear that I will soon be collected by the stranger. A fate I must change. I must become immortal, we say. I think so. Yeah, surely we must become immortal because, you know what? The stranger is coming for us, and death is not something Corlys wants to face easily, I would imagine. He wants to face it with a sword in hand. Oh boy. I mean, I don't know how bad it's spreading here. Like, we did isolate Tyrosh, so... But, like, holy crap, look at everywhere else. It's already... It's... The Vale is at least a little bit protected here. But yeah, pretty much everybody else has been affected by it. I'm not really concerned about this. Even the Vale's gonna fall to it, though. How many deaths so far? 529. That's insane. Those are not... That's named characters like courtiers, lords, nobles. I wish you could see like prominent characters killed by it, but like who knows, you know, like what's happening to some of these noble families. Like, you know, surely they're losing like surely they're losing people, I would imagine. Yeah, wild. It's probably mostly courtiers, but I actually don't know. Okay, everybody's heading north now. You can't even see anything. You can't even see when you're zoomed in what's going on. What's my purpose? All is dark around me. Just ahead, a solitary light is there in that distance. Like instinct, I walk across this void towards that single spot of light until I'm greeted by a lone figure dressed all in white who looks just like an older version of me. He smiles at me with the kind of warmth only a father can give and invites me to sit beside him. Basking in the warmth of his presence, I feel an inexplicable elation and peace. Do you know why mortals die, Corlys? It's what separates you from me. You know how precious life is. Your eternity in the seven heavens is coming, but for now, there are people below waiting for you. I get it. I finally get it. Or no, I will live forever. This is interesting. I feel like the second option makes the most sense for Corlys. But I wonder if, you know, with all of this going on, if Corlys is able to, you know, make peace with death. But I don't think he does. You know, stubborn, wrathful, brave. You know, he's gonna face death head on. Well, I guess you could kind of imply that's the first one, but existential crisis for 15 years. This character is terrified of dying. No, I don't think that makes sense. You know, I don't think Corlys is terrified of dying. Actually, you know what? I don't think he's terrified of dying in battle. I think he might be terrified of dying to this. Like, imagine seeing people dying from the great spring sickness during all this. I think he's terrified of that kind of death. So I think he says, no, I will live forever. Yeah, I think that fits. I think that fits more for Corlys. I don't know. He might find peace eventually, but like with all of this going on, I don't know. Like, I don't even know where my army is in this whole mess. Here we are. Okay. Looks like we're heading up to the Vale. Scheme at court. Oh, another dream. Lord Willem is, for some reason, assisting us with all this. Corlys, I've had a dream. Yeah, it's a dream that someone's plotting to kill my son Manfred, the one who is married to Valena Snowfire. I wonder, like, is it his brother behind it? Is Eddard the one behind all this? I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. But then Willem Snowfire is the one who is giving us all this information? Like, that's interesting. While the Vale's going to go in here, I'm actually going to sail out, and then I'm going to come over into here. And I think we're probably going to get to the Vale faster that way. We might be able to engage in battle. We've got some Fel troops over here and the majority of the Vale forces. So, let's see. I think we might be able to make it. Oh no, big battle engaging. Probably not going to reach it in time, but holy crap, look how many forces we've got here. We're getting close though. was too interested in talking than maneuvering my troops. Let's see if we can actually maybe make it into the battle. I doubt it, but we can assist anyways. What do we have here? Ah, marriage. There we go. Our son is wed to Valena Snowfire during all of this mess. Oh, we've got some spies in that court. All right, let's go. And, you know, if we can engage in some battles, we will try to. We'll do our best. But we'll stick close to the army here. I think we might be able to draw them into a fight or two. Oh, look how many forces there are. I wonder if this affects your army. I haven't seen it happening yet, but like, what is happening all around here? It's wild to imagine how many deaths there are. Yeah, well, I guess we can see 1,200. Holy crap. Well, the game's probably going to run better. I think it already might be, considering how many characters are dying here. Let's see. I've got some forces there. Oh, okay. Kind of want to pull back. But, okay, the Blackwood forces are getting engaged here. There's a lot of troops coming. I think that we might be able to join in this battle. You know what? I think Corlys is we're gonna give Corlys one more shot at it. You know what? He's gonna go and back up the forces of House Blackwood here, because you know what? House Blackwood is awesome, and we gotta go and help our friends. Hopefully our allies are gonna get here in time. Looks like they will. Yeah, okay, there we go. Corlys, oh, successor to the Knight of the Fox who just died. I guess we'll... Oh, was that... our son was imprisoned. Ooh, our son got captured during the battle. Okay, he was just wedded and he gets captured. Princess Lysadora. I don't know if we can afford spending money on such frivolous things like secrets right now. But luckily we got engaged in a good battle there, so that's good to see. But our son was captured. Can we even afford to pay a ransom for him? Pay 50? They will not accept. Oh, a hook. Wow, he won't accept because we are currently at war, so our son's going to be imprisoned for a little while. I guess even though we defeated them in battle, they managed to escape. Some people probably would say, you know, keep your sons at home, don't bring them as knights. But, oh wow, look at this sword our son has. Is that a special Sarnori-style sword? That's really cool, actually. I wonder where he got that. Prince Monteris the Bold. Monty the Bold. Damn straight. That's pretty cool. All right, so we've... Oh. Wow, looks like we've managed to defeat the forces of the Vale and the Stormlands here. But, oh man, the sickness, the spring sickness is going to continue to spread, continue to decimate here. Oh wow, our son was able to ransom. Ha, he got his brother out of prison. Nice job, Monty. Wow, Monty's great. Great character. Looks like we found success here, but yeah, I mean, I guess let's go to the Eyrie and knock on their front door and tell them to give up Lord Yorbert here. There we go. Wasn't a difficult war, actually. I mean, considering the way things went, the Warring Star had very, very little chance of winning. They might have been able to pull something off, potentially, but they didn't have enough allies, which totally makes sense. I mean, Queen Rhaenys here has been, you know, the queen for 20 years, and, you know, her mother held the throne for quite a while. I think she's fairly secure in her position now, except for the fact that there's this, you know, horrible sickness going around, the Great Spring Sickness, which is obviously, people are going to claim that it's, you know, a curse by the gods. That's certainly what the Warring Star was doing. But perhaps Queen Rhaenys, you know, perhaps her own court chroniclers and such are blaming it on the Warring Stars, saying that their division of the faith is what caused this to spread. The fact that they raised up their own High Septon as essentially creating a schism, that was what caused the gods to be angered and what caused this sickness to spread. So that's probably what Rhaenys is doing, I imagine. You'll notice that the High Septon here is currently ruling the Vale as the regent from Lord Yorbert here, who it seems was already released. Interesting. And then Yorbert was replaced. Huh. All right. Well, some interesting things going on. Aemma is plotting against my niece Valena. Oh my gosh. Our half-sister is causing no end of trouble here, it seems. All right. Well, we still have to deal with the North. Where is the North and what are they doing? Sieging down some of Rhaenys' allies here in the North? Well, I mean, they're at 18%, but I'm sure we'll be able to go and do something about that. We'll probably take ships, though, because I don't feel like walking through these plague-infested lands. How long is this going to last? Is the entire world affected already? Oh, it doesn't go past the wall? That's really cool. And Skagos is also unaffected here, but everywhere else has it. That's cool, though, that it doesn't make it past the wall, which actually totally makes sense, even though there is some contact, between the wildlings and, people south of the wall. It's pretty minimal, so makes sense that it wouldn't spread up there. Fine, we'll get this secret. Who is this anyways? High Priestess Aya. She's a non-believer, a deviant. Okay. Huh, interesting. All right, are we on our ships yet? We are. Let's head north here. Where's the best place to land? I guess we land up here in White Harbor. Maybe we siege down White Harbor. That seems like a useful way to spend our time. We've been overwhelmed by stress because our friend Carl died. He died flagellating himself to death. Wow. Okay, Carl. I mean, what a way to go. I swear to the 7 who are one, I will punch someone. You know what? I feel like we might be becoming a little bit irritable in all of this, so we're going to take the trait irritable. It's easier just to use your Confider trait to get rid of that, but that feels like too much of a gimme. We do have another son, though. Wow. I mean, so far so good in that realm. Aegon, sure. Aegon's a perfectly fine name. I mean, there's been some good Aegons and some terrible Aegons, so hopefully he'll be one of the good ones. If he survives, I mean, our children are like right in the thick of all of this. This is pretty tragic. How many people are dead from this? 2,100 named characters, courtiers, lords, families of the lords and nobles. Oh yeah, look at this. Some of these children. Oof. Spring sick. Yeah, okay. It's starting to affect some families here. We're not seeing like a ton everywhere, but certainly a few of them are starting to get affected by this, and it doesn't look like it's going away yet. So who knows how long this great spring sickness is going to last. We need a new steward. Well, I mean, we're going to put our son back in his old position here. And yeah, I guess we're just going to let time go. We're going to do our siege here in Newcastle. Oh, looks like, okay. Oh, we need our allies' armies to come and join us. Otherwise, we are going to get caught here, which I'm quite concerned about. We might, you know what, we're going to hop in our ships here very quickly. And we're just going to wait until our allies can come up here to provide some assistance. Oh, we've got all these like little peasant uprisings and whatnot are coming up. Jeez, there's actually quite a few troops involved in that. Yeah, we're gonna wait on our ships here. We're just gonna block the harbor. You know, essentially, you know, sieging White Harbor by sea, anyways. And we're just gonna wait until our allies can get some troops up here, just so we don't get caught alone. Because, you know what happened last time. Lady Val is attacking the queen. What are you doing, pirate crew? Oh, pirates are rising up to attack Uranus while this is all going on. She's probably going to want us to deal with this because this is kind of our realm. How many troops do they have? Can we afford to split our fleet in half? Possibly. You know what? That's probably what we need to do. I know this isn't a wise tactical decision, but I think that we are going to send Kyle Celtigar with half the fleet to go and deal with the pirates down here. So yeah, that's what we'll do. So Kyle Celtigar is going to head down this way. And I think he might be able to handle this many pirate troops. They probably don't have many, like, what are they? Yeah, they're just special soldiers. So I think that they're not going to be that difficult to fight. This just looks insane. I have never seen this before. Okay, Uranus's troops, they are slowly making their way up. They're getting stuck though. Oh man. And now, yeah, sickness is spreading. What happened? Like 2,000, 2,800. Holy crap. All right, let's take a look at development. Wow, development. I think this just kills development, right? Like even King's Landing is at 3. King's Landing is down to 3. What? Wow. I mean, the fact that we isolated Tyrosh in time is probably the only good thing. Mir is still doing okay, but yeah, look at that. And even Old Town is down to 8. Man, they got hit bad. The King's Landing is just dead. Like the population there must just have been utterly destroyed. I wonder if we can like see any of this. Supply limit down, popular opinion, plague danger. Yeah, let's see. Levy size minus 50%. I mean, we can only imagine. I don't know. Monthly change minus 58. Oh man, I wonder what they were at before. I don't actually know. I think it's pretty high though. I think like it's at least, you know, in the 20s. So King's Landing is just full of corpses essentially. All right, we got to keep an eye over here on what's going on in this situation. Let's see. I don't want to do the disembarking penalty. I'm pretty sure we won't. I don't even think Kyle Celtigar could pull that off, but he might be able to pull off something if they like are crossing here or something like that. What happened to? Oh, Eddard's daughter, Valena, got the spring sickness and died. Wow. I don't think we're going to accept that marriage. We already have one with that, but your best friend, Renford of Duskendale, stop promoting our legend. Oh, well. Why? Why, good good friend here? Our best friend, stop promoting our legend. Well, wow, our sons. This is insane. Let's see. I mean, we'll probably need to wait until after all of this happens to see who's like left for him to marry. Oh, and our money's going down now too. I mean, we didn't give him enough troops to go deal with that, but I do want to go and siege down here and assist. Oh, okay. You know what? We're going to move over here because it looks like a battle might potentially get engaged down here. So we will try to assist if we can. by landing our ships when a battle does get fought here. So yeah, that's our plan. I think it makes sense to split our fleet, you know, not tactically necessarily, but just in terms of like story. Okay, look, we got a decent chance. We're slightly in debt. We need, if we can be out of debt, I bet you we will have a good chance of winning this. So what we need to do is just sell one of our artifacts. We could just sell this, 40. Yeah, we'll sell that horseshoe, and that puts us back up. We're no longer in debt, so we might have a slight advantage here. They got to cross this. We are defending. Undersupplied. Yeah, okay. I think we might be able to pull this off. We're gonna have to trust in our commander here. He did bring more of the siege weapons. I probably could have checked that a little bit, but gonna take Avaricious here. I mean, can't pull back in time anyway, so you know what? Let's see what Kyle Celtigar can do. Let's see if he can pull this off, man. He's strong. I don't know. Just slaughter them, Kyle. Slaughter them. Oh, look at this. Our son was maimed. Oh, he must be down in this battle down here. 6 knights? Yeah, we sent Prince Monty down? Wow. I mean, whatever. I don't mind losing these things because I think they're cool. I think Corlys would understandably think 5,000 of his best soldiers could defeat like a pirate uprising, but apparently this woman, Lady Val here, is a little bit stronger than we gave her credit for. So we're gonna have to retreat here. Spy was discovered, not great. All right, we're gonna pull back. What about up here? I'm dividing my attention. I know this isn't wise, but I think Corlys needs to be seen, you know, assisting his wife's troops, so can't really do anything down here. Maybe, you know what, maybe he is just commanded by the queen to go and deal with these pirates, and so, you know, he hears of the failure of Kyle Celtigar to put down the pirate rebellion, and so he needs to go and deal with that directly. Well, we can manage that. Let's look at the details of this battle. I think it's awesome, though. Honestly, I'm glad we did that because now our son has an eye patch, which is just epic. I like that it's a turquoise eye patch. That's kind of funny, but you know what? It's cool. I mean, he looks badass now. So, you know, we'll come back. You know, Kyle Celtigar, you gave it a good shot. Prince Monty was with you. But clearly, Corlys made a mistake, a miscalculation, as he often does. I think the important thing to remember is that, you know, I'm not trying to play Corlys as a character who makes all of the best decisions, because he's not. This is clearly not a man who makes all the best decisions. You know, he acts hastily. He acts without, you know, considering all the consequences. Point in case, you know, not paying back the Iron Bank. He's not a man who can be considered to be a wise man. He is certainly not a wise man. But you know what? He can pull off victories when he needs to, and I'm sure that we'll get one now that we've rejoined our forces here. Kyle Celtigar's in charge. We've got all of our army. We should be able to manage this now. Let's go and... well, we might need to hold off for a sec. Let this, oh man, just sickness spreading. Our brother Tristan has died from the Great Spring Sickness. How many dead now? 3,500 characters. Holy moly, what's the development looking now? King's Landing, 0 development. Nobody's in King's Landing. Wow, holy crap. Tyrosh is still surviving, thankfully. Mir is going to be the only place that has, like, they must have just closed off their city and, like, let nobody in. That's wild. The population's just devastated here. I mean, obviously, as you know, the spring sickness is meant to essentially be this universe's version of the Black Death. So okay, I think we can probably pull off a victory here. There we go. So I think we'll get this. Kyle Celtigar, he's got the knights now. We should be able to. Oh my god, Monteris was maimed. This is why you don't bring your sons to battle. But you know what? In Game of Thrones, the sons didn't stay home from battle. If you look at the Game of Thrones wiki, half of these noble families, like, they just lose their, like, the father and the sons, they all just die in the battles. That's just how it goes in Game of Thrones. But and then he was oh, Prince Monteris, he is not going to make it. Oh, that's insane. Loses his arm, scarred. Well, that's what happens when you're a bold guy like Monteris here. He was, he overreached. I'm guessing Sir Manfred's gonna be the one taking over for Corlys after all of this, but because I don't think he didn't have any sons, did he? No, he's only got 3 daughters. So yeah, it looks like Manfred's gonna be taking over after all this. But we did pull out a victory. That was getting close too. Oh man. Oh, I mean, I love this though. Honestly, yeah, there we go. See, we defeated the pirate menace. Thank the gods for that. But yeah, it basically cost us a son to do so. I mean, look at him. One-eyed, maimed, disfigured, severely injured. He'll be lucky if he survives. I don't think he will. But Sir Manfred, he's he's still alive. He's an interesting character as well. Yeah, I guess who knows how this is going to play out. Like I said, I wanted chaos. I wanted bad things to happen. I don't think Corlys's life was meant to just go smoothly, and so we're seeing that right now. Anyways, we might still be able to get back in time to assist. Oh wow, look at this. The forces of the north are actually defeating one of Daenerys' armies here because they're all getting stuck in the neck. Oh, they did bring some troops up here though. But yeah, it looks like the north is going to get at least one victory battle here. And just like armies are just dying because there's nothing, like the sickness is just spreading. I don't know how long this lasts. 4,000 characters. Oh, it's finally starting to go away. 3 years later, and it's finally starting. 4,000 characters. Man, who knows? Like, how many noble families, were wiped out or who they lost during all of this. I'm surprised we're not seeing more just by as we like randomly click around here. I'm guessing it was mostly okay, well, yeah, Monty was a great character. He was pretty badass, but you know what? he couldn't make it through the battle. The pirates had their way with him, unfortunately, and that is the end of that. Our poor son, Monty the Bold. Well, Sir Manfred is, still here, now without a potential wife because we'll need to find him a new one here. We haven't lost any of our other. Oh no, Prince Aegon's got the spring sickness. Oh, he's probably doomed. Ugh. Horrific. Can we... I don't know. No, we obviously can't make it to that battle in time. Are our allies going for it? Maybe. Let's see. Are they going to engage in battle here? Maybe? No, it doesn't look like it. We'll back them up though. The Craneg men are like preventing any incursion into the north from forces of the south. That's badass. The freaking Bogmen are, holding the entire army of the south from progressing into the north. That is super, badass, honestly. I mean, we know that their armies are down here, though. Could we, like, take our ships and strike out for their capital? I mean, possibly. Oof, we just don't have enough money. We gotta... I think if we have some more things to sell. I think they're just gonna be in our court. Can we sell some of this stuff? Yeah, like we need to. We need this money here, so let's destroy that. And we'll destroy that. That's gonna give us enough money to hold our army for a little bit longer. Sickness and pestilence continues its harrowing march through the kingdom, laying low peasant and noble alike. That brutal, indiscriminate truth rarely lays itself bare until moments like these. My stomach twists and writhes in silent agony as the body of my son Aegon is borne past me. Physicians and healers worked from dawn until dusk to save him, but their grim faces told everyone more than they would say. So young, so full of promise, so many more left to die like this. The seven who are one deliver us. Oh, by the gods. We need, you know what? I bet you there's a lot of people saying that Rhaenys needs to put down these rebels, and that's when the gods will, you know, finally, you know, come back to favoring us. I think we gotta, I don't think we can march all the way down here. It's just gonna be too much attrition. Oh, why is there a huge peasant revolt here? What is this? The peasant revolt? 30,000 men in this peasant revolt? How are there even that many people left alive in the north? Attacking in the peasant uprising. What's going to happen if they win? Enforce their demands? Insane. The north is rising up. Okay, that's pretty wild. Can we make it? Man, I don't know if we can. We're starving as well. I don't think we can pull off a siege there, but we can't just like go and like leave and go back to Tyrosh. Obviously, that'd be basically like betrayal. We gotta just go and assist the queen in trying to push north here. Not keen on that either. Oh, our mother has passed away now. She just died of old age. It wasn't the spring sickness, thankfully. Oh, rest in peace, mother. You know, Lady Marjorie had a very interesting story. Oh, wow, we got a ton of stuff. We got a ton of stuff from that. Marjorie had a very interesting story during this entire campaign. Okay, finally it's starting to fade a little bit here. We need a new Castellan. I mean, who do we even put in that position? Dorian? I mean, all right. He's, you know what? Dorian's actually not that bad. Dorian Ghost. All right, you can be our new Castellan. I'm fine with that. Cool looking character as well. Feel like we got to use our, you know, naval fleet to our advantage, but we can't land over here. Our ships, you know, if we were playing it logically, our ships are somewhere in this bay, so we couldn't just walk over here and take our ships. We could strike for the capital, but we just don't have enough supplies or anything to deal with that. Maybe we just try to like press on north, like try to push through. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work out super well for us. Just the madness here in the neck. All right, well, you know what? Let's attach to an allied army and we'll just let them deal with it because I don't want to micromanage anymore. I haven't even been micromanaging that well anyways. So there we go. We'll just attach to the army of Whitewood and we'll hope for the best. Our heir is unmarried. Yeah, I know. What are we going to do about that? Baratheon? Oh, with a Baratheon? I feel like I feel like some people here are gonna like that. Are there any other Baratheon? You know what? She's got the strong trait, so that could be nice. Let's see. Will he accept the marriage? There, they will. Okay, you know what? I'm fine with that. And do we make it a grand wedding? I think we do, just because grand weddings are fun. And we'll probably be able to sell enough stuff to host it, so... Oh man, the Cranag men are just doing such a great job holding off the armies from the north. They're the only reason why the north is still, able to pull this off. Oh, this could actually help Lord Paramount Hugh take back the Stormlands here. Barristan Fell somehow, has managed to hold on to a tenuous grip of power here. And Lord Yoren here of the Vale will take off his crown later. But somehow he is able to... Yeah, I mean... I don't know how they escaped. Maybe the war, like, we crushed them, but they somehow managed to escape, or... I don't know. Maybe... I'm sure some of you guys have better explanations for it than I. But in any case, I mean, just look at this, man. I am so... I think it's just so awesome that the Cranag men are just preventing these massive armies. And, like, we've probably lost a lot of troops during this time just from attrition, just from disease. And, yeah, I mean... Take a look at the development once again. Let's take a look at the kills. Almost 5,000. It's starting to fade. Oh, Lord Barbo has died. Oh, he lost an arm. Died from a seizure. Crazy. Just everybody's dying in this. It's awesome, but let's take a look at development again. Tyrosh. You know what? Tyrosh is still holding on. You know what? Tyrosh is... There's going to be, what, 2 proper, like... Essentially, the only cities that's surviving here are Mir, Tyrosh, a little bit here, maybe in Pentos. That's got a little bit left, 12. Gulltown is, kind of alive. It's not too much left in Old Town. Old Town's been hit pretty hard, but actually not as bad as King's Landing. King's Landing is no, it's not decimated. That would imply that only 1 in 10 died. King's Landing has been annihilated. There's nobody left alive there. Probably everybody just left the city completely because of the sickness spreading there. I'm surprised we didn't see more deaths from, like, within our family and stuff like that. But my best friend Lord Renford approaches me. My dear friend, we barely see each other. He wants to go drinking. I mean, we could probably use a drink after all this, right? I'm sure we could. Jeez. Let's see. What do you guys think it's going to end at? Type your guesses as to what the final number of deaths is going to be here as it starts to fade. Finally, the great spring sickness is ending. About 4 years after it started. 4 years of war and death. Oh, what happened to the Reach? The Reach just suddenly split off? What? King Hathis? The Reach just declared themselves. I did not do. There was no cut or anything there. I did not do this. The Reach just decided to become independent during all this. They're still assisting in this, but huh. I mean, we wanted interesting things to happen. That is pretty interesting here. I pause, I write, and pause and write. The words for this missive must be chosen carefully. Any loose phrases for my message to my vassal, Asher, will not be looked kindly upon, but for support for the great deed for the kingdom of the Stepstones would be a boon indeed if I get it right. Now, let's see. What exactly is something Asher would approve of? Oh, it's obviously a tale of revenge. Yeah, of course it is. This is our whole story of Corlys has been about revenge. Critical stress break, but oh well. We've survived those. Damnable ingrates, we say. We suffer from high blood pressure for 5 years. You know what? We just shared drinks with our friend. We're gonna lean on our friend Renfred here. Yeah, look at that. During all of this great spring sickness, the Reach has decided to mark itself as independent here. What's our army doing? We're just sitting around. Okay, we gotta go and help our allies here. They can't make it through. They cannot make it through. Wonder what happened over here. Siege is still going. It's so hilarious, but it's awesome, right? That's totally the entire point of the neck in Game of Thrones, is that it is difficult for armies to make it through. And the people of the neck are going to do exactly this. There we go. Let's attach to that army. Are going to do exactly this and prevent these armies from making it up. We've got the ships, but we just don't have, like, we could try to maybe sail and try to strike for them, but I just don't know if that's gonna be that helpful, or if we're gonna be able to pull it off. Somebody's got to do something bold, though. We can't make it in. We've got the ships. We have to do it. This is probably gonna end with, badly for us, but I don't think we have any choice here but to try. You know what? Corlys is a brave man. He's gonna take his 6,000 troops, starving, without much support here. We're gonna go and we're gonna try to do our best for our queen, for our kingdom. And we'll see if we can potentially, I don't even think we're gonna be able to siege down. We might actually, because like they might be devastated from the sickness. How many troops do they have? Let's see. Oh, you know what? They don't. Yeah, we can actually beat up their garrison, so we might be able to pull off a crazy siege here. We're probably going to get attacked. I'm just telling you guys right now. I know that we're probably going to get attacked here, but there is a slight chance that we might be able to pull this off. We do have quite a decent amount of trebuchets, and we do have a siege commander here. Ooh, I was worried that was an enemy army coming in right there. Vassal often clamors to gain the attention of their liege, but for once that particular table has been turned, blah, blah, blah. And invested in Sharp Point. We don't have the money for that. Let's just try. We'll say, oh, we could try to give her the Tyrell regalia. No, we can't do that. Religia's favor should suffice. She accepts gratefully. Thank you. All right, let's see. Yeah, we're going to siege down Winterfell here. We're going to try to end this rebellion ourselves. We'll see how it goes. Don't know if it will go well. The sickness is fading, but there's still quite a bit of it left. Wow. The wildlings. It's a good time to be a wildling, but wow, look at that. Look at the deaths. Wild. Like I said, I've never played the base game long enough to get into the Black Plague. So I've never seen one of these apocalyptic plagues. So this is actually really interesting to me, and honestly is a crazy way for the end of this essentially playthrough. This crazy playthrough. There's probably going to be a few episodes left after this, but yeah, I mean, the events of this one are certainly going to play a big part on the ending. Oh, look at that. We got some. We might be able to pull this off. We might be able to get a siege here. Is she? The question is... Oh no, our daughter's sickly. The question is... Yeah, she is in Winterfell. If we capture her, that's going to be amazing. Have they managed to make it up? They just can't progress through the neck. That massive army just can't make it through. But Corlys sent his ships. And I'm just worried. Every time I see anything moving around here, I'm worried that we're about to get curb stomped by 8,000 Northmen. We might be able to pull this off, though, you guys. I don't know. Can we potentially... I don't know. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this off. We're getting pretty close, though. Let's see. We haven't breached them yet. It doesn't look like, anyways. 3 months left, maximum? Can we hold on for 3 months? Where are their armies? That's the question. We're gonna go... Yeah, we're gonna need money after all of this. Come on. Kyle the crab, the mad crab. Take down Winterfell. let us have a victory in this battle or in this war. You know, let us regain our honor and the dominance of Corlys here. Yeah, increasing control in Tyrosh because everybody's afraid of freaking Kyle Celtigar. 5 years of patronage for our gardener. She has been doing good work. Give her a bonus. Whoa, that's way too much. Her services are no longer acquired. I think, yeah, I don't think they are. Come on, hopefully this siege is a good one. Let's see if we get any captured people here. Oh man, I would love to capture Scylla. Oh, did we? No, we didn't. We didn't capture anybody. We got the capital though. That's what matters. So Winterfell has been sieged down. I mean, we captured some random person here, some Stone Dornish woman who's up here for some reason. We captured Winterfell. There is some battling going on here. Oh, the northern armies looks like they have been caught over here in a battle. I guess we can continue to siege down around Winterfell here. I guess we go take down Whitegate as well. Get rid of any last defenders here. Let's see. Legend promoter joins. I mean, there's just so much stuff going on. Look at that. That's a lot of deaths. It's still hanging around some places. Is it in King's Landing? No, King's Landing is fine. It's finally gone. There's a little bit left in Tyrosh, but I think it's mostly gone in Tyrosh as well. Oh wow, these sieges are going quick, probably because there's literally nobody left alive around here. Where are the other castles in the Winterfell province? Sullen Wall? Yeah, okay. There's a bunch here. We got to take a bunch of they're like small castles here in order to take down the whole province of Winterfell, but it'll be worth it. Peasant uprising? How many? 12,000 peasants. I didn't even think there were 12,000 peasants alive left in the freaking 8 kingdoms here. There's not even enough peasants to make one kingdom at this point. Like, look how many. Look at the development here. There's nobody left. There's like a few tiny population centers. Tyrosh is honestly, I'm actually very happy we're in Tyrosh because actually have a decent amount of development left there, which is going to make Corlys and his family, you know, the Velaryon branch in Tyrosh is going to be very powerful and very influential, considering that Tyrosh basically escaped, not completely unscathed, but certainly like significantly better off than basically anywhere else in the 7 kingdoms. The fact that we had that island, that we closed off the island, is what has kept us alive here. So, and is going to potentially be a great boon, like I said, for our family in the generations to come. Wonderful tale of the great deed for the kingdom of the Stepstones continues to spread. It is clearly a noble's tale. Yeah, it's obviously... Oh, did you not write down my name enough? Yeah, of course. It's all about us, isn't it? Isn't it, Corlys? This entire story has been about you. Not Kyle Celtigar, not Dorian Ghost, not Evitho, not any of them. It's always been about Corlys. That's what he thinks anyways. I mean, he thinks he's the, you know, the master of his own fate, the hero of his own story. But, you know, we all know that, you know, Kyle Celtigar and Cymric, Evitho, you know, the lords of House Webb, Eddard Snowfire, like these are all characters who had just as interesting parts in the story as Corlys himself. Some of them even more interesting at some points. You could imagine if this was a book written by George R. R. Martin, that Corlys, you know, might not even necessarily be, you know, a perspective character. You know, it might be kind of like one of those Rob situations where, you know, he's obviously a protagonist, but he's not necessarily a perspective character. We'd be following people like Kyle Celtigar, you know, Dorian Ghost, or, you know, Cymric and people like that, you know? There we go. We finally... Ah, look at that. The actions of Corlys and his trusted commander, Sir Kyle Celtigar, have won the war for the Queen. And that with barely any troops left. But we've managed to take down Winterfell. Lady Scylla has been... Wow, she's half blind? What happened to her? Did she get, like... Interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing. Crazy. Alright, well, we gotta go bring our troops to, like... I mean, I think we... Surely we just need to disband our troops, right? Because we cannot... No, we can't even disband. Only in a friendly area. Alright, let's get back to Tyrosh. And we will consider what to do from there. I mean, obviously we need to help our ally. But that is going to be easier said than done. And we still have the fact that the Reach... is what's going on in the Reach. Wow, he's super far in debt. He calls himself a king. He's got wars going on, defending in a Liberty War. What else he got going on? The Old Town de Jure War. Old Town is like... Old Town's independent? Okay. Old Town's independent for whatever reason. And they're fighting to get more lands there. Wild. This whole situation. And Yorbert has... Wow. And somehow Yorbert has managed to still, despite losing that war, has managed to declare himself the king of the mountain in the Vale. So like I said, although we are bringing this story to a close, it is not over yet. There will be more episodes, and they will be coming up in the very near future. But until then, Wanderers, thank you for watching.